Hello, I'm Lydia.
I'm Jamie.
And we took APCSP last year, which is currently this year, but we just have a few words of advice for any of the students in the class right now. So the number one thing that we came up with was pick smart partners, because we picked each other to be partners, but we're on the same level of intelligence, so when one person didn't know one thing, the other person didn't know how to help either, so we had to go around and ask for a lot of help.
The next thing is not to procrastinate, because you have a lot of time to do assignments, and when you wait till the last minute, then you won't have a project that you're very proud of or anything. So our word of advice is to do assignments as soon as you receive them.
And put 100% of effort into all of them, because at the end of the year, you'll kind of notice that a lot of these grades start to pile up and you want as much possible points as possible.
And don't be afraid to ask for help from Mr. Perry or from other students in the class that know what they're doing, because there's times when not everyone knows what they're doing, so you can definitely use those advantage points.
And throughout the year, you'll be receiving a lot of vocab. We learned a lot of it off of adhesive, and so I recommend that you learn all the definitions and do it and study it, especially before the AP test.
Those are kind of optional too, Mr. Perry gives them to you, but he doesn't grade them, but I definitely recommend doing them because they'll help you out with the AP test and you'll just understand what's going on more in the class.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of terms on it.
Also, when you guys do the Create project, which is one of the projects for the AP test, make sure that you do your written responses as soon as you get the project done, because we did our project a couple months before we did the responses, and then when we went to do the responses, we just weren't as knowledgeable because we didn't really remember everything that happened, so we'd recommend doing them side by side.
And use Google as a resource. We recommend that if someone in the class doesn't or cannot help you answer a question, or Mr. Perry doesn't know the answer to it, definitely look it up, because 9 out of 10 times you'll find it online.
And in the class you'll have a lot of worksheets and handouts and things, so we recommend staying organized so that when you go to study for the AP test you have everything right there. And you can even create a Google folder on class or on your drive and put all the assignments into there so that they're easily accessible.
And finally, probably the biggest thing that we struggled together on was for the Create task. We picked each other as partners, and when we were doing it, like I stated before, we kind of got lost in the middle of it, and our project had a lot of bugs and it wasn't working how we expected it to be, and so we did get frustrated when we couldn't figure it out, but just relax and you'll find a way through it, rather if it's through asking for help or finding a resource online.
Good luck!